like 10 days, so.
I thought it was 9 or 8 or 9.
8.
8.
8, yeah. So it's gonna be like 7 days to get to where we're wanting to go. 2 hours to the astral sea, and then another travel time in the astral sea to where we want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that being the case, we were informed, hey, this is what it's going to be. And then we were shown a couple of things the suits could do. Which responded to keywords. And upon seeing the, I guess, this dime down level of shielding that it can get that we were assigned, Nyx thought that he could take on a full shielded dude that's part of the crew. So after Captain Krillic explained all this, and Kay kind of like explained his biology situation to the good captain, we all met up in the, I'll call it the gymnasium, the sparring room, or whatever you want to call it.
That's a sparring deck.
Yeah, sparring deck. I picture the danger room in my head from X-Men. And, which had various obstacle courses and things like that. The rest of the crew and our crew went and watched Nyx basically get his ass beat. He put up a good fight, though. I believe he got within, 7 points of this guy's, shield going down?
2 points.
2? Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, he was real fucking close.
He got this close to taking the guy's shield down, which he would have said he was going to give him, I think, a badge.
A pendant that
pendant.
is on their power suits.
Yes. He gave it the old college try, but came up just literally just shy. But I believe he earned a little respect from the crew that watched him perform. And yeah.
Singeing some of their hairs with a fireball.
Yeah.
Explosion.
Yeah, and we learned Nyx has fireball now. Nyx has good spells, or good, engaging spells like that.
Spells.
Well, I was gonna say like attack spells, but yeah, AoE attack spells. And what happened after that? I think we just.
That was it.
I think that was it. Yeah, I think we stopped there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was napping.
Yes. Grace missed all the shenanigans because she was down for the count still.
Also, was napping, I guess.
No,
you
Alondor was hanging out with Mills in the jungle gym section of the sparring deck.
Because Mills had turned into a ape and was kind of just swinging around in his ape form in his spacesuit, which adheres to his changing as long as it's in a humanoid form. So he went from normal Mills to ape Mills, and the suit still stayed on him, and adhered to his new shape. And
what does my spacesuit do?
So
They
all do the same thing. You can turn on mag boots. You can turn on a shield, and you can seal the chute. And you can seal the suit completely, bringing a helmet over the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. Did we
space without dying?
Did we type out all the command words?
I
and
did.
What they do? Okay. Is that in the,
And they're all a bonus
Shield.
action.
yes?
Yeah.
Is that in the-
bonus action to use.
Is that in the chat, or did we put that in the actual column?
Well, I just put it for myself, but
I have it in my
put
notes.
I only said that because Ian or Jordan wasn't here, so.
What does
I'll
the
put
shield
it in
do?
Creates a force
So-
field shield in front of you.
Yeah, so they learned. Oh, well, it kind of covers the entire suit. They learned last time that it's like a secretion of a gel, like a gel type covering that comes out of the suit that blocks damage. It's basically a gelatinous cube that surrounds the suit, form fitting to it, that takes up to 25 points of damage. So when you use the shield, you gain 25 temporary hit points.
Cool.
Until those points are expended, you take no damage. So all attacks are not deflected; they are actually slowly absorbed by the shield.
Gotcha.
Upon reaching 25 hit points, the shield turns solid like glass and shatters, and then you can't use it again until the next dawn,
Nice.
or not the next dawn, until after your next long rest.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes.
Yes.
You did. Mhm.
Started.
Now, originally,
Nix-
Alondor had the pink suit. Did he end up trading? with-
yeah, Mills took the
With-
pink
with
because
Mills,
of
yeah.
medical.
That's right.
Stuff.
Pink was
and-
medical.
Yeah. and
They
he wanted
also-
to do medical stuff.
yeah. Every-
Alondor, what did Alondor end up getting?
He
Green,
got- yeah, green.
Which is
The external
which is
repair.
the external engineer.
yeah.
Well, not necessarily external, but engineer. It's the engineer suit that also deals with any damage that happens to the external of the ship.
Gotcha.
me
okay.
too.
Well, you're IT. You're on the inside.
And I asked about that though. If it could be outside too.
True.
Yeah, in case it like if a systems relay goes down and the only place that you can fix it is by going and I don't know repairing an external antenna, you might have to do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Nix is
Our-
with Captain Krellick.
Our magical items aren't working still, right?
Oh, that is another thing that the suit does. It is a conduit for magic inside of an anti-magic field.
Mhm.
So it absorbs the around your magical items that you're wearing, if you're wearing any, and is a conduit so you can use them through the suit.
Our tattoos, our telepathic tattoos work now too.
Oh, sweet.
When we have our suits on, or when I have my suit on, I guess, since I control it.
Nice.
Yeah, it seems that you've been trusted enough to give you a little bit of magic usage back.
After lacking out, essentially, our first night on the ship.
Didn't he say it was like a rite of passage though? So
Yeah,
Fine.
for captains.
For captains, yes.
okay, that's right.
And Nix is like, well, I'm captain now.
Yeah, somehow Nyx got the red suit, which is like the assistant to the captain or something. And apparently it was decided that they kind of gave us the choice of the color of suits based on wherever we were, and they thought that's what would go best with us.
Well, me, Mills,
Three of you guys
and
were in
Nix were in the same room. There were
Mhm.
3 there. There was a green, there was a silver, and there was a red. And we kind of just divvied up based on colors, because we didn't know what the fuck they meant at that time, and
Yeah,
we
we didn't know
didn't
they
think
meant
to
anything.
ask. So I was just like, hey, I'll take silver. It probably looks better on my fucking scales, I guess, because I don't wear clothes. And then Nix was like, of course I'm taking red. I'm red. Fuck it.
Yeah. So
And now
and then
he's basically vying for Captain Krellick's job.
yeah, he thinks he's, captain in waiting.
He
Um,
keeps speaking into one of his cigars like it's a recording device,
Mhm.
starting every sentence
Captain's
with
log.
captain's log.
In my room was we had pink and yellow, and I think I took yellow, and
Mhm.
then
Blood.
you took pink, and that was the medical one. But oh yeah, you chose our DM chose pink for you because it would go better with your skin.
Oh,
Your undertones.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but then upon finding out what they
With
mean,
the-
Mills traded his green one.
Cool.
And that's where we're gonna pick up. We're in the sparring deck, just finishing that little bout. And then you guys still have the rest of about 2 hours to do what you want on the ship before.
How long has it been so far? Like an hour?
Oh, like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Grace is still sleeping. For
Yeah.
sure.
I knowing now that the shield is what it is, and now that I know it's down for me for the rest of the day, which is great. I think Taryn would want to check out the engine room and kind of get a layout of the place before, he has to work there.
Okay, you head down to the engine room. Yeah, your escort will accompany you down there.
Yeah, I'm just kind of taking everything in, just like giddy and like trying to learn as much as possible and not trying to be mean to the people that like I've never seen before, like the oozoids and things like that, but kind of like gawking.
And as you say, Oozoid, one of them kind of turns and looks at you, says, and the guy next to him says, he says we prefer plasmoid.
Oh, oozoid is because I watch Legends of Adventurous and they made their own races because they didn't like Spelljammers, so they did oozoids. But yeah, plasmoids. Sorry. Yeah, not from here, clearly. Although I do kind of fit in a little bit more.
And kind of turns and goes back to punching in on some keys on this electronic screen.
Return to the guard and be like, do you got like do you know plasmoid, or do you got a translator in that suit or something?
And he points at the guy that's just translated for him. It's a white-haired, white skin, humanoid that's standing across the way. And he points and gestures. Well, our second engineer over here translates for him mostly.
Oh, am I on the engine deck right now, or was it on the way?
You've made it to
Okay.
this is in this is the engine room, and when you get down in there, it is it's this large, very dark toned metallic room with lights on the edges of the walls and a bunch of computer screens, and there's one raised table in the middle with two slanted screens on it that two people are working on, and two people are working on the sides as well. And then there's this huge like glass window at the back that if you walk up to it, it's about 5 feet by 20 feet, and you walk up to it and you look inside, and it's this giant pulsing blue energy core inside of this vacuum inside this ship, just floating. And every now and then you'll see a little spark of electricity come from one of the walls and touch it.
I'd be like, I mean, I'm no magic expert, but that looks like textbook magic to me. What the hell is going on?
The full, white toned person turns to you and says, "Yes, that is our star core.
Star core? Is that
It's actually not magic. It's a scientific achievement. We've harnessed the power of a star to propel our ship."
like a harness like the sun? Like
And he kind of gestures over to it. Right there. Nebula 7.
and that's a star. Like it's that big? Did you guys like shrink it, or is it just
To harness the full capabilities, it had to be absorbed, shrunken down, and I guess in layman's terms, concentrated.
smushed down into a tiny package? That makes more sense to me. How do you maintain it? Like, what's my
w-
job?
You're standing in it. This is how we maintain it. Our entire job down here on this deck is to maintain the star drive.
Okay. Do you
One
like just?
false move or error can be very egregious to the safety of everyone on board.
Is this for like smart people? Because I'm not like the dumbest, but I'm also not the smartest. I just hit things really well. I mean, I can do some things, and I'm
I
not dumb by any
see.
means, but like, am I gonna be calculating numbers? Because I don't know if I can do that much.
Most of our computers will do the calculations for you, but you are going to need to be quick to solve problems if any do arise.
Oh, well, I'm dexterous. I'm fast. I can do all that.
Mentally.
Like I said, I'm not dumb. I'm
You
just
didn't really
not
miss
the
anything.
smartest of my group. But then again,
We're just,
I don't know who is the smartest of my group at this
We
point.
just started.
That's
Yeah.
still the jury's still out on that one. I mean, maybe Grace, but like she's more like the talky person.
Yeah, he kind of
Make
picks
sure
up
we're not-
this like glowing clipboard basically and types a couple things into it and says, "Well, this is going to be fun, I guess."
Well, I mean, if anyone comes into the engine deck, you're covered. I will fuck them up at the very least.
Hmm.
Like pirates, I've heard. What's the deal with that?
What do you mean?
How often does that happen? And like, what are you transporting that they'd want on this ship?
Mainly just the ship
Ah, okay.
itself. It is a new starship vessel, newest of its kind in the fleet. So it's got a pretty high bounty on its head, I guess you would say, for capture by pirates. But if I were a pirate, I mean, I would want to go after this ship, but I'm not, so I don't know the mind of a pirate.
That sounds like something a pirate would say. I'm kidding. But, cool. So it's just a big old fancy. What? So is Captain Krellick like super revered then for getting this ship since it's so new, or is he just testing it out and figuring out all the plot holes? Not plot
He's
holes.
the best pilot in the fleet, so he was given the newest and shiniest ship to play with. And
Ah.
as he says that, you get a sense of like rich boys and their toys, animosity towards him, kind of.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I can see. He seems like very by the book kind of guy.
Well, he does stick to the rules for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, except for fuck, what was that town? Regardless, am I gonna be at a computer for this week?
Well, for right now, let's just have you watch and observe.
Perfect. Because I'm eager to learn, but there's only so much I can learn at
Right,
once.
and try not to touch anything unless instructed to do so.
Yeah, I've learned not to do that with these claws on delicate things. So.
Yeah, we don't want anyone getting vaporized by a solar flare. So.
Oh God. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't have been the one assigned here. But then again, I don't know what other job I would have been able to do.
All
Cool.
right. Yeah. As you guys have that conversation, where's everybody else? What's everybody else doing? Grace, are you still sleeping? Sleeping
Yeah,
off the
Grace will
hangover?
sleep for about she'll take like an hour nap because she doesn't want to miss everything, but she definitely needs a solid hour. So whenever that happens to end,
Yeah.
she'll ask her person who is still standing at the door, be like, "Come wake me up in an hour," or I'll ask like, "Are there alarm clocks already? Is there like
Yeah.
a way to?" I don't know if I know what an alarm
turns
clock.
he
but-
turns his wrist and opens a flap on it and types something into it. Says, 1 hour, gotcha. Have a
Sounds
nice
like
nap.
your start command.
Thank you. And I don't know, like, I'm lived in a castle. I might used to there being like water or something in my room. If not, then I'll go to like the replicator thing and attempt to find water to chug before I go to sleep.
Yeah, you go and type it in, and a glass of water appears.
Yep, I take an hour nap. And then after I wake up, I ask my person if he knows where the rest of my crew party is.
Yeah, so while Grace is napping, what are you, Cade and Alondor doing?
Cade would have just walked up to the guys at the back of the room that were sitting around getting flambéed during Nyx's fight, and he'd walk up and be like, "Well, are they even wearing the same color as me?"
You can't really tell with their suit on what color they have.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause they have power suits on.
yeah,
The power suit.
yeah.
whatever.
I would walk up and be like, "Well, I can't see the colors, but I guess I'm with whoever's wearing the blue."
We have been assigned to a person, so I'll go with you.
Okay, please lead the way. Come along, Graham.
Yeah, and he's going to lead you to the armory. So you go, walking through the ship, down a couple floors on the lift. You come to this very like steel-looking deck. Everything looks like it's rudimentary in the make, whereas everything else around the ship looks super fancy and glossed over and nice lighting everywhere. This room looks very form-fitting. It has a function. This is to hold weapons. This is to store ammunition. This whole deck looks like it's just for function. Everything is just solid, like stainless steel in here, and low dark blue colors with a like low tint blue light.
Cool.
And you enter in the room and you see this one guy, very stout, he's a human actually, tall, muscular build, scar across one eye, blonde hair shaved into that buzz on the side, but flat top.
Yeah.
Wearing like a dark blue suit, just giving out orders. Yes, make sure everything is tucked away and nestled in for our trip. We should be there within the next hour. Hello. You've been assigned to us down here, correct?
Yes, good day. I guess recruit Cade, reporting for duty, sir.
Right. You over there. We have a couple crates of weapons that need to be locked down. Can you handle that?
What do I see when I look to where he's pointing?
So you see a couple large, like 10 by 10 crates that look like they've just been stored here in an area, not really like
They haven't battened down the hatches yet.
right. Yes. Yeah. They don't have any like latches on them or any rope nets tightening them down, holding them up against the walls or anything like that. So
Okay. Well, I'll do my best. If I have any questions, I'm sure I can just, raise my hand and get some help, hopefully. So.
right. get to it. And he kind of
Teacher.
turns and steps away and starts telling other people like where to put things and stuff of that nature.
Okay. I'll kind of saunter over to where I see these giant crates, and I'll look around and see if I see anything else that's similar to this and see how they've done it and try to mimic that.
Yeah, so these are like your standard I don't know what the material is used in our actual military, but they're like that plastic-esque large gun case style texture. Big square.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Pelican cases.
The whole
Yes.
top opens, but it's more of like a trunk style.
Yeah.
You know?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a pelican case.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or a giant igloo cooler.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That hard plaster
They
plastic.
literally make cases for that aren't coolers, but okay. Igloo cooler, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do my best. I got pretty high intelligence, so I should be able to mimic whatever they've done here. I'll as I'm going through it though, I'll make sure to once I'm done or what I think is completed, I'll find the closest person that looks like they might know what's going on and kind of be like, I just want to get somebody to look at this before. I've never been on a spaceship, so I want to make sure this is secure and won't,
Right. While you're moving them around, do you look inside any of the crates?
Is there markings?
Not really. No, they
No?
all have sprayed on numbers, it looks like. But other than that, it looks like they're only notated with the numbers that are on them.
Is anybody else close by to me, like speaking distance, like doing the same thing?
There's about 10 people in here working, moving stuff around right now.
Okay. As I'm doing my thing, I'll kind of look to the closest person and be like, so what are we holding here anyway? Just so I know, like, the ins and outs.
He looks at you in the case that you're standing next to, kind of looks at it and says, "Oh, well, that one's all grenades."
Like space grenades, or what do you mean?
He comes over and kind of opens the lid and he goes, "Oh, well, you got your fragmentation and your plasma."
Is that Elvish?
Nope.
I've never heard those words before, so that's why I ask. Plasma sounds familiar though. Is it like a dragonfire thing?
It's more of like a fire thing. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, I'm new here, by the way. I'm
I
not,
just know how to use them.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I wouldn't mind learning any of this new stuff. This is all completely foreign to me, so to speak. I've been on the ship for about maybe half a day now, I guess, or a
He
day.
reaches in and grabs one of them. It's like this small metallic ball with a like almost a little larger than a baseball size. Well, your character doesn't know what a baseball.
I was gonna say,
like
what is that?
Like a large apple. It's like
Okay.
a large apple,
Gotcha.
but completely round, like a smooth stone. And he picks it up and tosses it and catches it on one side and clicks a button on it, and the whole thing starts to glow a faint blue and goes zzz,
Kate will take a step back, be like,
deep, deep. Yeah, you just do that and throw it at whatever you want to destroy, and he clicks the button again and it stops.
oh, so it's a delayed reaction.
Hmm.
Okay.
And then the other one's down there. He grabs one of the fragmentation grenades. These are impact grenades that fragments upon impact. So same thing with these, except you pull a pin on this one. And as he pulls the pin, he still has the
Yeah.
trigger handled.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you pull the pin, you let go of this piece here, it's activated, and he puts the pin back in and lets go of it.
And I imagine you want to be as far away from both of these when they do, like, whatever they're going to do.
Ideally.
Ideally. Good to know. Is that like a standard issue thing for everyone here?
For this vessel, yes.
Oh, maybe I just need to pay more attention. I don't remember seeing anybody with these so far.
Give
Interesting.
me a history check.
Oh, nice. History. Okay, I got decent history. 17 plus 4, 21.
Yeah, you as you say that, you think, and you look over at your guard that's been walking you around. You look at his waist. He has a couple of these attached to him. You just didn't know what they were.
Oh, that's what those are. Okay, that makes more sense now. Are these safe to use on the ship?
Preferably no.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Will me and my companions be issued these at a later time? I know that, we're still in a probationary status.
Probably only if we encounter a threat.
Okay. I figured I would ask. I like to understand things and, what's going on.
We handing out our detonation devices to any old people we pick up.
That's fair. There's a couple of questionable people that probably should not have these in my group, but, that's for another time. But would you help check my work? I just want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly.
Kind of closes the lid on this one and locks it down. A couple latches on it and goes around the back. Pulls this ratchet strap up over the top of one side, cleats it down. Pulls another one up over the other side, cleats it down. Yeah, see the hooks on the floor? They're spaced out evenly for certain size boxes. You just clip them in, and after you have a whole section done, tarp it up.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Rick.
Rick. My name is Cade. Pleasure to meet you. And this is my, Grim.
Right.
He's probably just going to be...
Wild pets on board, but
He's more of a companion. He's his own man. He's probably just sitting there gnawing on the bone I gave him this morning. While I do this. And yeah, I'll start getting to work and doing these crates until I'm done.
Yep. If you look, do you look in any more of the crates after he shows you what's in that one?
I'll ask him, but excuse me, Rick, are we allowed to look and see? Like I said, I just want to know what all we have access to on the ship and what's going on.
Sure, you'll get acquainted with it. Like I said, if something does happen, but I can go over the basics with you of what we utilize here.
Oh, by all means, please.
Yeah, so he takes you over to a section where they have ready to use stuff, like in case of emergency, everyone's not coming and grabbing extra ammo and supplies out of these crates. Yeah, he takes you to the armory where they have everything stationed out. Yep, up on the walls. There's a bench, a workbench with some tools on it and stuff, and looks like one of these items that he's about to show you is like been disassembled and is being worked on. And he brings you into this like small offshoot room to the side, where you see all this stuff, and you see one of the pistols that the guy in the fight used. It's like this really sleek white and blue metallic pistol, very smooth, almost looks like the ship that you're in itself, like the exterior of the ship. It almost looks like this pistol is modeled after it, or the ship is modeled after this pistol. You don't know.
That one looks somewhat familiar.
Yeah, that's one of our light pistols, or laser pistols. It shoots light.
I've seen that in action, actually, just a few minutes ago, against one of my companions. That was quite funny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just saw the memes jumping up.
Context.
Right,
This all
and
looks-
then he turns and you see like a really large one, like, he grabs it off the wall and shoulders it, checks a sight, clicks a button on it, a sight pops up and kind of floats above it.
Ooh, looks very deadly.
Does that a blue light pulses back and forth on it.
Oh,
Yeah, this is our light rifle.
like
With
as in like it shoots the light as well, or
yes.
oh, it looks just probably a bigger piece of light.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm. Longer range.
I see. I see.
And it takes you over to this section that it's like this pod, but inside the pod, he kind of like wipes it. It's chilled. The pod's chilled. He kind of wipes it, and as he wipes the frost away, you see inside of it is one of the suits that the guards is wearing, just hung up inside this pod.
Oh, yes, I've seen that in action too. I would love to have one of the armors someday, maybe.
Right, yeah, for regeneration, they have to be liquid cooled and refilled. So,
Oh, got you. That makes more sense. I'm more of a, I guess I'm going to call it a sticks and stones kind of person from where I come from, you know, bow and arrow, and I'll pull out my rapier and kind of show him, be like, and, you know, pointy things. Never really used weapons like you guys have here. It's, you know, quite daunting, and I feel very under-equipped here, actually.
yeah, our vessel has been tasked with overseeing your planet for quite some time now, so we've learned a good bit about your weapons and stuff.
So I've been told. I can usually hold my own in a fight. I don't know how good I would be against one of you, though, with all your fancy tools. My friend, who is one of the rather stronger ones in our party, seemed to get almost manhandled.
Well, when you have to protect an entire solar system, you tend to have some good gear.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, thank you for showing me all of this. I see many more things, but I don't want to fall behind any of the work that you guys are trying to get accomplished before, you know, we set sail. So,
And you see some other things up there, like this long little rod, and you see a couple of the grenades hung up and stuff, and then you see this like other rod-looking thing that has like two side hooks on it. Maybe you hold it like this, the hooks coming out.
Oh, I did see the most interesting thing I've seen so far is the one that beat my friend Senseless had some kind of it looked like a light scythe almost. That looked rather
standard melee weapon for our elite soldiers.
Oh. Well, that looked very interesting. That's.
Yep.
I feel like that would be more my speed.
Yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to use one in the Corps.
Oh, you haven't made it that far yet?
Nope. They kind of run off the same energy the ship runs off of. So to get one, you kind of gotta be a top tier recruit.
I was told that us in the blue are the sort of security.
Yeah, security, weapons and armor detail, and basically make sure that if anyone fucks with us, we fuck with them first.
Ah, here. I like the sound of that. Well, let me finish this work and, you know, maybe we can chat some more and I can get to know the rest of this blue group. You know, blue man group, whatever you want to call it.
Well,
Just had to.
Couldn't help it. But thank you, Rick. I'll get back to work.
I might stick.
Ah, well, feel free to take it. All right. And I'll kind of jog back over to where my boxes are and start doing like he showed me with the straps and everything else and the tarps. Trying to get that done.
Cool. Yeah. All right. In the meantime, what are you up to, Alondor?
All right, Bills. I might go see where this green shirt takes me. Guard. I never asked your name, so guard, take me to where I'm needed. Take me to your leader.
Wait, do you want to go see Krellick?
No, it's sorry. Not just whoever is in charge of the green shirts.
Oh, the engineers. Sure. Yes, I can take you down to the engineer deck. Oh, actually, up. Yes. Sorry, first week on the ship.
Oh, okay, same.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
and he'll start to lead you towards the engineer deck. Leads you down some hallways. You get in the lift, go up a couple floors, and I'll let you out into this this deck that kind of looks it looks similar to all the other decks. Very very well maintained, and the lighting is almost the same. But all of the walls are kind of schematics, like functions that the ship has going on. As soon as you land on this deck, all of the walls that you enter into are just covered in functions and schematics and light being emitted from them, things blinking, and you don't know if that's good or bad that it's blinking, but you enter this deck and you see around a bunch of other people just with these like light boards in their hands, just looking over the walls, double checking stuff, moving a slider here and there. Yeah.
It's a lot. This is a lot.
Your guide turns to you, and your guard that's been walking with you. Yep, I was gonna say the same thing. This is my first time here. This is nuts.
Alright, I'm kind of glad that we're in the same boat, but also scared at the same time. You know which person we should talk to, or I should talk to, or
I believe he flips open his little thing, types something in. Yes, Jenny is the lead engineer. So we should probably find her.
Jenny.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny.
You say it a second time, and from around the corner you see this frizzled-haired, young half-elf looking, blonde frizzled hair, look around and go, "What the hell do you want? I got a lot going on."
Oh, I'm here. I'm
lead.
new. I'm recruit. They gave me a green shirt and said to come here, so now I am here.
All right, stand over there. I'll be with you in 5 minutes. And she kind of turns around and walks away and keeps doing some stuff.
She and Grace would have either been the biggest enemies or the best of friends. Like, there's no in between.
Alright, I guess we're standing here for 5 minutes.
All right, your guard goes, "Oh, I wonder what that does." Okay, I'm not gonna touch it. Okay.
I don't think. Oh, if you touch something and gets me in trouble.
But yeah, y'all stand there for the next 5 minutes. If you want to have a conversation with this guy, you can.
How'd you get into space?
Oh, the recruitment process was pretty rigorous on our home planet. I'm just happy to be out here.
Happy to be out here rather than at your home planet. Why is that?
Yeah, there's either this or the cobalt mines. So,
Cobalt mines.
yeah.
Like a bunch of cobalts there.
No, it's an ore. That it's
Kobolds or what?
No, it's so one of the moons around our planet is made basically of cobalt. So
Oh shit! It's a fucking moon full of kobolds. That's crazy.
oh my gosh. No.
How do you wait? Are you pulling my leg? Because sometimes we say the moon's made of cheese, but I don't believe that it's made of cheese. But you're saying you have a full moon made of kobolds.
I think there's a disconnect here. What do you think a cobalt is? You keep saying it as if it's a creature and not an object.
I mean, we don't objectify creatures as objects. If that's
Right,
something you do,
I'm talking about an ore, a metal, something that we mine out of the dirt to make things with.
oh, yeah, kobolds are like little, they're like little sly creatures that live in the earth and sort of like dragon-like
Ah,
features, kind
yes,
of
I see
tiny. They
where the confusion comes from. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we have a cobalt mine on the moon there. We do have a dragon that kind of rules over it, so it's kind of hard to mine. That's why I'm happy to be here instead of mining cobalt there.
okay. A dragon on Cobalt Moon. Okay. All right. I'm learning a lot.
Are you sure they're not actually kobolds and they're just mining living creatures?
Yeah, you have a conversation with him, and about 5 minutes later, she comes back around and says, kind of tucks her. So everybody else is holding these clipboards, and she kind of and they set them down, and they'll pick them up later. She has hers on a leash that kind of is hung around her chest, so she kind of holds it and drops it to her side and slings it around her back. Okay, so what are you doing here?
I was given a shirt and said to come here, told to come to see.
Great. I'm gonna have a talk with Krellick later. All right. So I'm gonna put you on a simple task.
All right.
2 sugars, 1 cream.
Is this a riddle?
No, I would like some coffee.
I mean, I would like some coffee also. What's the 2 sugars and a cream? Can we get back to the task that you were giving me?
This is it. And if you do well with this one, there might be more.
I'm confused on. So you want me to get you 2? How do you quantify 2 sugars?
And I don't want it out of that damn replicator. I want the real thing.
Okay, well, let's go back to the beginning. You want 2 sugars. Is there how do you guys? So
Fucking hell, Krellick. Where did you find these fucking people?
so the sugar is in what amount and where? And if there's if I'm confused. I'm sorry. I don't know how to get 2 sugars. Like I know sugar comes in like granule form, so you want 2 grains or
2 cubes. 2
2
cubes.
cubes.
2 cubes of sugar.
Oh, okay. I will
And-
try my
and
best to make them
one-
into cubes.
They're already in cubes, dear. They're already
Oh.
in cubes.
All right, that you could have led with that. If you know,
This is a lot simpler than it. 1 pour of
Downward.
cream.
1 pour of cream. Yes, that is a unit of measurement I am familiar with.
My God.
I would like it now, please.
Okay, um, Guy, do you know where cream and sugar is? I lead the way.
I mean, I guess we can go to the cantina. He kind
Okay.
of leans to you and goes, "This lady's kind of a bitch, right?"
Dude, listen. I don't know that sugar comes in cubes.
She's walking away already and going to deal with other things.
I'm gonna walk.
Behind her, a big red light starts flashing, and she's walking over to it to figure out what's going on.
So I'm lost. You're probably a bit less lost than I am because you probably knew that sugar comes in cubes, and a pour. You're gonna have to show me how much a pour is, because
Let's go to the cantina, I guess, and see what they got.
Okay.
And he'll lead you out and back down a deck to the cantina where y'all had drinks last night. And easy enough, he talks to the tender that's there and gets 2 actual cubes of sugar and some cream and makes a coffee. It's like the bartender or the person working in the area right now already knows that who this is for. Like they get this order a lot, and you see the look of this fucking person. And makes 2 of them for you. Says, now, when he hands it to you, he goes, "Now here, take the second one and put it in the replicator and just say heat up whenever she wants another, so you don't have to come back, okay?"
Good tip. Do these have lids? Because we walked quite a long way to get here, and I don't want to, if the ship, it hits a big wave or something, I don't want to, like, spill the coffee.
Right. There are no waves in out here. I mean, there are things that can turbulate the ship, but we're currently in 0G, so we can be upside down. There's no up and down. So, we're
You
currently
lost me
good.
at 0G. Alright, so, yes, ship, no waves, coffee, sugar comes in cubes. I'm walking back down. Alright.
Yeah, and your guy, who still hasn't told you his name, leads you back to the engineer deck. And you see her leaning over one of these tables, kind of yelling at somebody across from them. "I told you to fix that yesterday. If that doesn't get fixed, then this can't operate properly." And she turns and notices you. "Fucking finally!" And comes up and grabs the coffee from you and chugs it straight.
How was the pour?
Adequate. Okay, now she starts spilling off a bunch of jargon that you have never heard before in your life, and you get the gist out of it that she wants you to stand over here by this one wall, and if this meter goes into the red, tell her.
Okay, so I'm watching the light for red, and it's currently what color?
Green.
Green. Okay, green good, red bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What powers these lights? Is there some sort of
The star drive, dear, in the middle of the ship.
No, I mean, like, is there a flame behind it and it's
No.
like colored glass, or?
No. Tiny electrodes emitting light. Cover this, cover everything, and we can access those by submitting electrode current to it, changing its designation from the entire spectrum of light. And she just goes off on this other long tangent telling you how LEDs work.
I can shoot electricity out of my hands.
Don't do that in here. Might be useful outside if we need it. Huh. And she starts thinking. And this is interesting. What other abilities do you have?
Oh, I can breathe fire. I
Oosh.
can
Maybe he sent me you for a reason. Okay, okay. Fire, good for torching. Electricity, good to make connections back. What else?
acid, bit of
Okay, we don't.
acid.
Yeah, none of that, please. That's very corrosive. We do not need any of that.
Okay, I can chill things down a lot.
Ooh,
Cold.
oh, quantum coupling. Yes, we can. We that will come in handy.
Fire. I hit things really hard and a lot of times, like in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
What else? What else? I forgot the yeah, acid, cold,
elemental?
fire, lightning, poison. If you happen to need poison.
Poison. No. Maybe for Krellic, but uh,
Haha,
I don't
looks like a good
need.
one.
Right. Yeah. Well, we might. If it's something does arise on the surface of the ship, I might have you come on a spacewalk with me later, just to see.
I can fly for a few minutes.
Yeah, we can all fly in space, dear.
Okay. I mean, I trained like many years to be able to do this, so I don't know if you can fly like I can fly.
Well,
but
I not in actual gravity. No, I can't. That's impressive. But right. And
what is gravity?
it's what holds you down.
Oh, it's like
Gravity.
okay, okay. I've never heard the word before. I just, that I don't think we have a word for it. We think we're all just locked to the planet.
Yeah. So how your planet rotates on its axis at a certain rate around your celestial star creates this kind of invisible force pulling you to the center of the large massive object that you are on, creating this like field, I guess you would call it. Do you know what a field is?
Yeah, like grow wheat and
No. Let me put it in terms that you might understand. Uh, oh, this is how to explain a invisible field to someone that thinks field is for growing wheat.
Magical aura.
And she just she spends the next probably hour trying to
Oh,
explain.
this light is red.
She turns and goes over to the tabletop desk and hits something and starts hitting in some numbers, and it slowly goes back down to green. But yeah, around this time, Grace, you awake from your nap. And what you doing?
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask. First of all, when I walk out, is it the same guy as from before, or has they changed shifts again? Like, I can't keep up with how many times these people.
No,
how
it's
often these people-
you've only seen 2 so far.
Okay.
So yeah, this is still the second one.
Okay. Sir, could you remind me of your name again? Did I ask before? If I didn't, I apologize.
Gregory.
Gregory. Hi, Gregory. I'm Grace, by the way. What do you happen to know where the rest of my party is, or any of them?
Yes, I was told that they kind of split up and went to their designations.
All right, then that's what I'll do. Wherever yellow people are.
Yes.
Let's go there.
Take you down to that deck. No problem. And he'll lead you through the ship to the lifts, and you go down a couple decks and let you off on this. It's like the deck that you step out into. It's like
It's gotta be like a dark closet in the corner somewhere.
100%. My thing was I was about to ask if you've ever seen IT Crowd. So
Oh yes.
So you walk into this room, and the door kind of opens, but it kind of like gets stuck, and then it opens all the way. And the guy looks up and says, "Oh, we need to get that fixed." It opens up into this room. There's, clutter all over the place. Action figures around, and you see these two people over sitting in the corner fighting with little action figures. I cast magic missile on you. It looks like they're playing a game, but they're using terms that you're very familiar with.
God. Eldritch Blast.
And they turn up and look at you. One of them really frizzy hair with large glasses on, and the other one, the kind of taller, stockier fellow, turns and goes, "Oh, didn't know we were having guests." Moss, desk.
Oh my God.
Well, he kind of goes to kick his feet up, but he slips. Oh. What you doing?
Hi,
Nice to welcome.
I'm Grace.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, his name is escaping me right now.
Wait, let me do. It's Moss and
Yeah.
Oh, what the
It's
hell is this?
Moss, Roy.
Roy. Yeah. My name's Roy,
Hi, Roy.
and that is Moss. And he kind of turns and hi.
Like there's his whole body.
For context, because I haven't seen the show,
Oh God,
which one?
Moss is the one sitting
Moss?
behind the fire.
Moss is with
Okay,
fire.
okay, that's Moss. That's what I thought. Okay.
Roy
Roy's
is
the
the guy in the
heavy
middle.
set guy.
Pure geek. No,
Uh,
Roy is the tall one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Roy's the
okay.
tall one back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And,
Jin is their
Jin,
manager.
Jin doesn't exist.
Jin-
Okay.
Yeah.
Jen is
And
Grace.
That was Grace.
There you
Richard's
go.
in the closet.
There you go.
That Barry's in that?
Yeah.
I didn't know he
Uh,
was in that.
Yeah, this guy turns to you and goes, "Hi."
Hi, Moss. How you guys doing? What were you playing?
Roy, I just talked to a lady.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. What characters are those? What were you guys playing?
Roy goes, what you talking about? We do important things down here. We do important things." And he gets this. You hear this like little buzzing. And he goes, "Boo, boo, boo." And it just keeps buzzing. And Moss turns and looks at him. And goes, "Are you going to answer that?" "I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything. Hello, IT."
Trying to get off and on again.
Right. Have you tried turning it off and on again?"
Oh my God.
"Right. Well, if there's no light, it's off. Try turning it on."
God. Oh my God.
Right? Yep. Happy to help.
I know he hasn't met him yet, but Kay would lay down his life for these guys like right now. Yes. Protect them at all cost.
You're sent to guard the IT guys because Grace is trying to kill him.
Okay.
Can we get security in here, please?
So, what brings you to our humble abode?
I have been assigned to your team while I'm here on the ship, traveling with you guys.
Okay.
Guess-
To do what?
I have no idea. I guess they didn't tell you guys. I'm so sorry. We're here for a few days.
Moss turns to Roy and goes, "Roy, is she our new boss?" No, if anybody's the boss, it's me. I've been here the longest.
Listen, I was given no instructions whatsoever other than I picked out a color shirt and this is This is where I am.
Great. What do you know about IT?
What is the word it? What is it? It
Information and technology. He kind
Well-
of turns at Moss whenever you say this. He goes, "Not our boss."
you know you're not whispering and I can hear you, right?
It was kind of the point.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That attitude's gonna go a long way with me, I promise. Anyways, I know quite a bit of information in terms of knowledge, general education. I
Mhm.
don't
Mm-hmm.
technology, I feel like you and I have a very different definition of what those things are. I'm from Earth, apparently.
You
Not Earth. Shit.
No, no, no.
Thins, but
The
They're-
I'm from the planet that you guys just stopped at.
yeah, Valhoth.
Thank you, Valhalla.
they call us Earthins, right?
Earthers.
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 Okay.
Valhoth. I'm an Earther from Valhoth. So
Hmm.
I kind of wasn't really aware of the whole space thing until like yesterday.
Not aware of space.
Sir, lose the attitude, please. No, I was not aware of space. Not
I can
everyone.
just hear that in Roy's voice. It's
I can hear it too with the
So good.
oh man.
Anyways, no, most of the actually my party we knew of like we knew of like stars and the sun and the moon.
Mhm.
But when somebody said a ship, I thought they meant on the water. Never, you know.
Look, well, she's doing motions.
What?
Says the guy playing with action figures.
Dude, that is 100% what she would say too. Oh my gosh, the character in the show.
Yeah, that is exactly what Jen would say.
What? Says the guy.
Jen, so
Jen.
Jen, their boss in the show, she knows nothing about IT, but she's their boss. That's exactly what she would say to them.
This is like the first episode of IT Crowd.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
It
this is
literally is.
Now I gotta
Yeah,
go watch
so-
it.
So you
You-
turn around after he does that because
It is-
you're kind of pissed at him right now, right?
Oh, for sure.
You turn and look around and you notice that like this deck is kind of small for like compared to the rest of the decks that you've been on. It's kind of like this one room behind this guy that's giving you some lip. There's two doors. And you turn around to right next to the door that you just came in, and there's another door right there. It's open and it looks like this like they have a bunch of junk just crammed in here.
Mm-hmm.
Could be
So,
an office.
yeah. What's this room over here? What does this go to?
Just where we store things.
You have a room to store things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I can't imagine what that looks like considering this room here looks like you also store things in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Now when we realized that side question, when we realized we were able to use some of our magic abilities, would I have something like some of my other like cantrip spells, or more of it's a specific type of magic that we can only do?
There's only one way to find out.
Okay. I am going to I'm gonna, try to open the door. And if it's, if there's stuff behind it, I will push my way in, but I'm gonna attempt to open the door.
Yeah. It's there's like a large filing, box just on the other side, and you push kind of through it, and
Okay.
it kind of opens up into this like office size room.
Cool. All right. I open it and I say, wow, this is a terrible use of this space, gentlemen. So I am going to I want to. Ooh, what do I want to do? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna find something in the room that looks like it's less than 10 pounds. And I'm going to cast Mage Hand to pick it up and start moving at least the little things out of the room and just putting them in a pile in any place that I can find an empty spot, even if it's a shelf or their desk, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. Easy enough to do. You start moving stuff, and Moss kind of turns to Roy and goes, "She's moving things."
Without using my hands.
And as you're moving stuff, he's talking to Mosses, and he's like, "But that's where those things go, and this is where you can't put that there." and this is the whole he has his own organized chaos in here that you're kind of messing up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep, I'll just shove some bigger things out of the way if, Mage Hand isn't doing it for me. And then I'm gonna decide it's a little dark in there, so I'm gonna go cast light on at least the door. Because I don't like how dark it is, so I cast light on the door.
Okay.
Does it glow for me? Does it?
Yeah, it glows.
Great. Great.
And you see both of them as you cast light go, "Oh, right, right, it's right."
Richard. Cool. Exactly. Yes.
How
cool.
Cade would be reacting if he was really a vampire.
Yep. Okay, cool. And then I am going to just kind of keep cleaning out the room and seeing if I can organize it, make sense of whatever's in here / move it out the way. Is there anywhere to sit in here or?
Yeah, there's you've uncovered a buried, what looks like desk.
Okay,
a desk
cool.
in here with a chair.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Because, well, gentlemen, I see that there's a desk in here with, a chair, because it doesn't look like there's any space out here, for anything. So I have found where I'm gonna sit. Thank you, though, for getting up off your asses to find me a seat. Appreciate that. So I just am gonna continue making some space for me to even sit in here. If you do happen to give me a task. But if I'm too dumb for that, that's totally fine by me. I have no problem sitting here for the next few days. Doing nothing.
We've talked it over, me and Moss. We have a very special task for you. And he turns and from behind his desk grabs this silver box. And the box has this one little light on the top of it. Now this is the internet. Whatever you do, you can't let this thing get messed up.
Do I believe them?
Give me an insight check.
He doesn't know what the internet is.
So good at insight. Please don't roll shitty. Please don't roll shitty. It's an 18 plus 11.
Right. You don't really believe him, but you also don't know the words that he's saying.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, that sounds super cool. Is that what you guys do? Is you protect this box? Is that what you do?
They kind of look and snicker at each other. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm really good at protecting things. Honestly, probably better than both of you. But I mean, if that's what I have to do is just make sure nothing gets messed up with the. How do you pronounce it again?
Internet.
Internet. All right. If I just have to protect the internet, this thing. That's cool. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at protecting things. I have a lot of experience in that.
Great. All yours.
Awesome. I'm gonna pick it up and try to walk in and stumble a little with it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, don't worry. I've got it. Don't worry. Have no fear. Grace is here.
Nice.
I'm gonna
All right.
take it into my desk
yeah,
and just kind of
good.
sit it on there nicely and be like, don't worry, guys. I got this. I'm gonna protect the internet.
Right.
That is-
And
Grace has taken her job in stride. Awesome.
The passive aggressiveness is wild.
She
Wait-
don't know what it is, but she doesn't really believe them that it's
Yeah.
like special.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if that's what they want to give her as a job, she's fine with that. She
By
is
all fucking means.
Fine
It's not like
with
no
twiddling her thumbs, doing nothing.
like
So-
they do all day.
Yep. And as you go and sit down, a couple moments later, another call comes in, answers it. Hello, IT. And now we'll cut over to someone else.
My lord. Oh my god.
All right. That was everybody that's here with us, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. About this time, you guys hear coming kind of out of the walls. Whoop. And then Captain Krellick speaking. Hi, this is your captain speaking. We are at the Astral Gate. Prepare for entry into the sea.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out, okay, thanks, man.
The guy running the star drive down there kind of turns and looks at you and goes,
What? He spoke to us like
Kate's gonna look
was
around
that
and
in my head or what? Was that? Did all of y'all hear that?
I hear him, but I
yeah,
don't see
we all
him.
heard it. Can't talk back to it.
Do you
Oh,
choose to talk to each other? Do you talk to each other talking to Moss and?
What's she saying, Moss?
Never mind.
She's
whatever.
saying something about tattoos, Roy.
my god. Taro in his head is gonna be like, guys, this is gonna be a really long week.
You have no idea. You have no idea. I thought you guys were dumb. I have found people dumber.
Hey, I have
Guys,
above average intelligence, thank you.
That's cool.
Guys,
I found people
quick
with
news.
below average.
quick news. Sugar comes in cubes.
What?
What?
It's apparently sugar is cubes here, so
Would I know that? Or literally, we don't have that like in a.
It's
Wow.
something. It's something that you would have fed your horses.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's what Fergus. That's what I fed for Fergus. The sugar cubes. You didn't know about sugar cubes, Alondor?
oh, fancy princess has sugar cubes. No,
Clearly.
no
It's
wonder.
a fancy
That
thing.
tracks. That fucking tracks.
I didn't know it was a fancy thing. I'm sorry. I didn't know sugar cubes were fancy. I had no idea. I thought it was just sugar. My deepest apologies.
No harm, no foul, Your Highness.
Oh,
Okay, getting in on it too.
The audacity!
I think Kate has
Whatever.
like the most normal job out of all of us.
I'm in some crazy room with a lot of lights, and my job is to watch this panel and make sure the green light doesn't turn red.
Kind of like mine. That's really similar to mine too. That I just have to watch this box and make sure nothing happens to it.
I'm doing security, but apparently all that means is strapping down crates in the storage compartment. So,
I get to watch the Star Core, whatever the fuck that is. I think the engine. It's a star or something. Yeah. Don't know what I'm doing with it though. I just get to look at it. There's
I
solar
think
flares.
they gave us dumb jobs, guys.
I know they did. For sure they must have. Mm-hmm.
it's
They gave me
definitely...
a smart job that I'm not equipped for.
It mostly seems like busy work.
I hope so. 'Cause I'm good at busy work. Not good at calculations.
I mean, I don't really have to do much. This is way easier than being a princess, let me tell you. This is way less work.
Do you think that Deckard knew that they were gonna put us to work on this ship when we were
Probably.
traveling?
Like he gives
Would
a
he
shit
have
what we
cared?
do.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
You beat me
Right.
to it, yes.
Erwin, exactly. Like, would he have cared? Probably not.
I think he
He'd
could give.
probably prefer it that we're put to work, honestly. We are his little workhorses.
Well, I also
Always.
learned, the inner workings of why we stick to the ground on our planet. That's pretty cool.
You want to tell us, or like you just want to? We
Well,
stick to the ground, but
Based on like the size of the object that we're on, it bigger things pull smaller things to it. So we're smaller than the big thing, so we get sucked into its invisible field, which is not a field of grain, but some other sort of field.
what?
I'm more confused than when you started.
Right, same. I
You
am.
make me feel dumb. I don't like it.
I am working near the armory though, and
Ooh.
so
Nice.
remember all the neat stuff we've
They
seen
got cool
so.
axes here. Did you tell Nyx if they have any axes or?
They
Oh
do
shit! Don't tell
not.
Nyx. Don't tell Nyx.
I haven't seen any axes, but
Don't tell Nyx.
let's just
How did you
say
show Captain Krellick.
let's just say all the stuff we've seen so
Listen.
far pales in comparison to the more powerful things that they have at their disposal here. They could literally,
What?
with what I've seen, they could probably wipe out entire kingdoms with just stuff that they can carry in their hands. And I'm not even joking.
Wow.
I mean, that sounds really cool, but also really dangerous at the same time. And these people were just floating in the sky above us.
Right,
We
and
saw what they did to the town.
They literally burned an entire
Yeah.
town.
Mhm. Yep.
I wonder.
I get the feeling also that this is maybe just a small portion of what they might have available to them somewhere else, because they seemed very nonchalant about having all this stuff. Like it's just
Apparently,
yes.
Captain Krellick is the best pilot in the entire whatever the fuck this thing is. Their little
Group of
What-
corps,
pilots.
yeah, army. I don't know. He's the best, and this is the newest, best ship. So
Oh.
like,
fancy.
Deckard's got to have paid a pretty fucking penny to get this ship.
Well, we know he
That's all I'm
has disposable income.
I know, but like our idea of a pretty penny and their idea of a fucking pretty penny.
I mean, that's fair.
And again, it's Deckard. He fucking dabbles in
Have
everything.
you guys seen
mean,
any
he
money
coulda-
on the ship at all?
Done some mind stuff? No, actually. Well, maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe they work on something different. Maybe they trade on secrets.
Yeah, I don't remember having to
Like in
pay
Hunger
for any
Games.
of the drink. Oh wait, they said our drinks were paid for, right?
By Deckard.
And then
Yeah,
we were
we got
cut
like an
off.
all expense paid trip, except we kind of have to work for expenses to be paid at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, I feel like this might be some bullshit, but
Nah,
I
I wouldn't want
mean-
to sit twiddling my thumbs for 7 days. I'd rather be in on the action. Like,
I'm literally sitting, twiddling my
I'm-
thumbs, looking at the light.
Oh.
same. I'm looking at a box with a light
It
on it that they
kinda
said is
goes
really
into-
important. I don't believe them for shit.
The light kind of goes into yellow and then trickles back down into green.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh,
oh,
oh. Oh no, false alarm. False alarm.
okay. Duh.
I'm just supposed to protect this box from the two dummies out there.
Well, good luck, everybody. I'll say that much.
Wait, are you in like a combat room? You have to protect the box from dummies?
No, I meant the two guys that are also that down here. That's apparently the whole group of whatever they call IT. Something about info tech, info. What do you say? Information. Something about information. group that whatever it is, the yellow
Like
people.
Spies? Like they spy for information?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
Fighting
they're
two
smart
guys
enough.
to death, protecting a box for information. That sounds way cooler than what I'm doing.
When you put it like that.
No, they so far they haven't done anything except answer this ringing thing and talk to somebody. That was it.
Oh, they're waiting to fight. Be on your toes, Grace. They could, you know.
Hello, IT.
Yeah, he just says hello IT and then asks a question and then hangs up. That's it. That's all they do. Yeah, really quite boring, but that's okay. I can handle this job. It's gonna be a long week.
Oh yeah. Okay.
How long are our shifts?
I don't know.
You
How
did,
soon
you
do
did
you
ask.
Okay.
Nobody's asked, yeah.
Hey guys, Moss, Roy, whoever wants to answer
Roy,
me.
she's talking to us again.
What was that? How long do we work every day? What's our like shift time here?
Roy? Well, I guess we can go to our cabins whenever we want. Maybe we just hang out here.
Do I believe them?
Yeah, you can give me an insight check.
So confused.
Nobody
words.
really checks up on us.
That would be a 19 plus 11.
Yeah, you
Good.
believe him.
Okay. Nobody checks up on you? No. How do they know you're doing your job?
Moss turns to you and goes, we usually do the checking up on them.
Okay. That makes me feel really great. Okay. So about how long do you hang out down here?
Where else would you want to hang out? This place is
Not what I'm
great. We've got everything we need.
It's not what I'm asking. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Hey guys, I have no idea. These people just hang out here and for fun. Like they just hang out in here.
They
for
really are
fun.
dumb.
They can't tell me. They just say why I want to hang anywhere else. That was their answer of how
That
long.
IT sounded like a smart people job.
You know what? I
Like-
kind of thought it did too when they explained it, and clearly they were very wrong. I don't think they know what these people do. So I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. If anybody else finds out when we can leave, how long our shift is, let me know, please. Because I am down in a dark hole that I feel like I will.
Jenny,
Janae.
What is it now?
how long do I have? Are we here?
Until I say so. She kind of turns around and
I don't like this lady, guys. That I'm working for. She said, until I say so, is how long I'll be standing here looking at this light. So I'm glad I
is she
can talk
worse
to
than
you all
me?
in my head.
Is she worse than me, though?
Oh, Grace, you're not that bad.
Oh.
I shoved
So-
this one off a cliff.
Oh, okay. You
Duh.
wouldn't shove me off a cliff? That's comforting. That's good to know.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
I'd like swoop down with my wings and grab her, and then fly back up to the cliff's edge, and then drop her, like fumble, and
Is
then go
this
back
like-
and get her again. Just yeah.
Is this like one of those enemies to lovers tropes where you're like putting her in peril, danger, and then save her life, and then she likes you and doesn't treat you like shit? Because that seems intense.
No, it was just she's messing with me a lot, and I felt like
Hey, Draven.
that's something I could do to mess with her. In my wheelhouse,
Okay.
I
Just, wishful thinking.
Mills speaks up. Too bad there's not any cliffs around here then.
Well, I mean, there's the vacuum of space, but
I mean,
feel like
how high
that's a
are the
little
jungle gym
difficult.
things you guys went to?
Yeah,
That whole
history
room
check?
was padded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. Darn.
Oh my god. Alright. I'll turn to the second in command, the white-skinned guy, and I'll be like, hey, how long are our shifts here? How does this schedule work?
Right. We'll be doing 8-hour shifts with a 4-hour break in between, returning for a second 8-hour shift, and then having the next day off.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
It's usually our rotation down here.
Kate's gonna kind of turn it back to, Rick, excuse me. How long do we usually work and, go off and such and such?
Well, whenever we get our stuff in order and everything's accounted for and logged and checked, we're pretty much done. Then we just roam the ship, given our specific quadrants to guard and protect, and that's kind of where we stay for the whole trip. Always on guard.
Oh, no sleeping arrangements?
I mean, yes, you can sleep.
Oh.
It's
Okay,
metaphorically always on guard.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Yeah. Well,
Guys, I think it's a case-by-case basis, because I was just told, 8-hour, 4-hour break, and then another 8 hours, and then the day off. But that seems like... They said it seemed kind of specific to this section, so maybe y'all got something different going on. I don't know.
I can't stand here for 8 hours.
apparently I'm going to be
Can you-
roaming the
Can you
ship.
fly or float there for 8 hours?
Only a few minutes at a time, and that...
Oh shit. Never mind.
I mean, are
Maybe
the...
Jenny will be nice and bring you a chair.
That's true.
You have not heard this woman's voice.
Is
That's
this...
fair.
Did anybody really... I'll be honest. I wasn't completely paying attention when Krillic was talking about this. Are these required to do? Or is this something that they recommend us to take up time?
I have
Wait,
no
did
idea.
we just take up these jobs because they gave us these suits?
Did we just willingly go to work when we didn't have to?
I thought you guys said I needed to go to an area.
That's what we were told.
Who said
Yeah.
that?
Krellic?
Wait, that's a good question. Do we have to work? Who
Well, the
said
captain-
That's
that?
what I'm saying.
The
Yeah, about
captain
this
gave us
about
an
this
order.
time, the frizzy haired lady, Alondor, comes over to you and goes, "All right, before we enter the gate, we gotta do our spacewalk and check all the exterior components, make sure they're all tip top. You're coming with me."
Oh, all right, guys, I'm going out on a spacewalk.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Have fun.
Hope you make it back.
Double tap helm. There you go.
Double tap. How?
Helm.
What does that mean?
So, for Jordan, when we did the training, he was telling us the commands. One of them was double tap your emblem, and then your helmet will come on.
You gotta say helm.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Helm.
it's helm.
For breathing.
Like
you-
your
you
your
know this.
suit will turn
Okay.
into a space suit, basically. So
Okay.
I'm just like, don't forget.
And also double tap and say mag, and your boots will stick to the ground.
Or the outside of the ship.
Which
Good
you're
luck,
about to use.
buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she leads you over to this this door that kind of opens, and you step into it, this small room, and it closes right behind you guys, and then there's this other door on the other side, and inside this room are two suits that are hung up on the sides, and he tells you to get into one of the suits.
Right, do I have to get in one if I already have this stuff, or?
Yeah, so
guess-
you're looking at the suits, they have like these extra arms on them, like metallic attachments that are hanging off of the suits.
Oh, for holy tools.
Alright, yeah,
Work
I'll
suit.
start to put a suit on.
Yeah, and you go to don it, and it's not like a full thing. It's like this harness that you're putting on over your current suit. And as you put it on, your suit kind of forms around it and kind of grabs it. These suits are nano, by the way.
I know what that is.
Right. For you, not Alondor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had a discussion about bugs and
Yeah,
whether they were
look
bugs.
like little bugs coming all over us.
Yeah.
Well, forming
And,
all
uh,
over us.
Yeah, we had a discussion.
Wow. All right, and then after you get the suits on, you double tap and press helm. She does the same, or say helm, and then she hits a button on the wall, and the outside doors open, and you guys kind of start to float in space inside this room before you exit.
Alright, I'm floating. I'm flying without trying. So that's. I'm flying without trying.
You hear inside your head, "Yeah, that'll be the vacuum of space, dear." And she starts to grab these rails that are along the side, and she exits out the door. Just kind of, follow me, please.
I'll start to follow, and over my head, I'll say, "She said, we are in a vacuum of space. So it's some sort of different dimensional space, I think, maybe called a vacuum. That's where we're going into. So I'll keep you guys updated."
I think trying to understand it is hurting you more than it's helping you, bud.
I think so. Okay, you're in space. Cool. Is it? What's it like out there?
It
Dark?
just looks like endless nighttime.
It's like you know, when you look up into the sky at night, and I'm just in that.
Oh.
And she taps her chest and she puts her feet on the ground outside on top of the ship and kind of locks in front of you.
And I'll do the same thing.
We just have to check all of the exhaust ports around the ship before we enter the sea. There's 10 of them. Shouldn't take too long.
Alright, just show me what one of these exhaust ports looks like, and I will find the others.
Yeah. So she starts walking up around. She comes to this large vent on the ground. A big circular piece of metal that has slats slanted inside of it. And it looks like it's expelling every now and then. It'll expel a little bit of gas that, as soon as it hits the vacuum, just dissipates. This is one of the vents here. It looks like it's completely functional and doing its job.
Alright, divide and conquer then?
Sure. And she'll head off in one direction, and you head off in another.
Yep, I'll start looking for those vented areas puffing smoke.
Yeah, give me a investigation check. Or perception or investigation.
16.
Yeah. Easy enough to do. She shows you one look like, and you go walking around on the ship, the outside surface of it, and find about 5 of them. So you think she probably got the other 5 in the amount of time. With a 16 though, one of the vents that you find looks like it has some sort of goo on it.
Okay, I'll try to look around and see if I see her anywhere.
Yes, way off down on the other side of the ship, you see her leaning over, kind of doing something.
I'll just start waving my arms.
No response. She can't see you, or she's not looking your way.
Oh, guys, I don't know how to talk to her. She didn't explain it to me.
Can you just talk?
Try speaking.
Just speak out loud.
Okay, I'm speaking out loud.
Jesus, no need to yell. How many have you found?
Look, I think I got all of them, but there's one here with some goo in it.
You. What color?
is it?
It's pink.
Oh, it's like pinkish.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Okay.
Which oh, I see you over there. And she kind of pulls out a little tab, and you can stop waving, dear. um, and she kind of writes something down on the clipboard that she pulls out, and says, that fire stuff that you were talking about, how does that work?
Oh, so I can, if I punch something, I can,
Ooh, well,
like,
we don't want to damage it.
right?
Just want
True.
to burn it.
Okay. The other way, I can breathe fire out of my mouth. But I don't think I can do that with this helmet on.
Yep, that's probably not gonna work either. Okay, on your left arm attachment, there should be a cylindrical canister connected to the arm. Do you see it?
I see something cylindrical, yes,
Mhm.
on the arm.
Yep. Go ahead and twist the valve on that for me.
Ooh, okay. When you say valve,
What is that?
Circular top.
does it have a color?
It's blue.
The top of the canister, blue circle on the top. Twist it which way?
To the right.
To the right. Okay. And yep, alright, twisting.
All right. Yeah, give it a couple turns, and then on that canister there should be a red button.
Red button.
Point
I
the
see a-
arm away from you.
Pointing the arm away from me there, and pressing the red circle.
Yeah, and as you press it, a long blue flame about this long shoots out of it.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. Just go ahead and take care of that goo for me.
Just alright, stick the blue flame on the pink goo.
Okay.
Doing that. Doing that right now.
Yeah, you go to do the flame on it, and it's it starts to kind of burn this, but like it's in a vacuum of space, you can't. It's not really like burning. It's more of like incinerating and this stuff kind of starts to float up and dissipate as it's being destroyed.
Alright, so yeah, stuff's disappearing, in a weird way. I hope I'm doing this right.
Yep, looks good to me.
Do I need to like go into the vent somehow, or
Yeah, just get in there as deep as you can.
okay?
And yeah, give me a dexterity check.
What, like a saving throw, or just
Let's do, yeah, just straight dex. See how well
gotcha.
you.
9.
Yeah. You think you pretty much got it all. Got down in there as deep as you could with the torch end, hydrogen torch, and yeah.
All right, I think it's done. So the torch goes off when I let go of the button, or
Correct. Don't forget to twist the valve back.
all right, let go on button, twist and valve back. Got it.
And as you let go, it kind of putters out, and then you twist the valve back, turn the gas off to it. Well, everything's good on my end. Everything good with you over there? I think we can head back in.
All right, yeah, I'll start heading back.
All right, and easy enough to do. You guys head back to the same door you came inside or came outside from. You take the suits off, and she looks at you and says, "Well, good job."
Thank you. I just did what you told me to do.
Yeah, that's all I can ask for.
How long do I have to be here?
Oh yeah, about before. Sorry, I was only on my third cup of coffee. Well,
Two
about
coffee addicts in a tree.
I do love coffee, so
Drinking
3
coffee.
cups. I understand completely.
yeah, we just do 8-hour shifts.
8
Split.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
Split. So like between the 8 hours, I get some time off, or
Yep. 8 on, 8 off for us. Yep.
oh, okay. And the light that I'm looking at, I have to stand there for the whole 8 hours.
Well, you did great for the first hour, so I think I'll probably move you on to something else. That was kind of a test of your will. Let me see what I was working with.
Gotcha. And what did the light like mean?
Oh, that was in case Krellick was calling. I was just making sure that his transmission to me was going to my voicemail.
Wow! You fucking hate Kralik. Oh my god.
All right. I understood half of what you said, so the voice and male. I know what male is.
As a later transmission that you can listen to of somebody leaving you a message.
Oh, I've seen that spell used before. Like you can do it on a rock and throw the rock out. And,
Oh right, yes, yeah. Your
Just
planet does a lot of magic using. Forgot about that. Yeah.
yep, lots of magic. Yep. That magic thing you had me twist earlier is pretty cool. It's like a torch in your pocket.
Not magic. Science. You know, different chemicals that can combust in a vacuum of space and put into a canister. Yeah.
When you say vacuum, like is that vacuum? How are you saying that? Vacuum?
Close enough.
What does that mean? Is it like a different dimension of space that we were in, or?
You know how I explained how gravity worked to you earlier. And she'll go off on another long tangent about what a vacuum is with you. Yeah, and then all right. Since Austin's here, we can jump over to Mills's interaction if you're good to go. Sweet. All right, so everybody else branched off into their specific designations, and we've had all their interactions with the different people that they met in their areas. Cade met like this very military type person in the armory, and he was tasked with moving around boxes of ammunition and weapons and stuff like that. He was kind of showed the lay of the land in the armory of like what kind of stuff they use and stuff like that. Terwin taken down to the star drive, the engineering deck for the star drive, and was kind of shown around that area and told what this was, that they have condensed a star to power the ship, and that this is the newest ship in their fleet, and Captain Krellick was given it because he is the best pilot in the fleet. And Grace went down to the IT deck, which is literally Roy and Moss that she met down in there. Yeah. And she has become basically she has become Jin.
Jin, yeah.
Yeah, that was a.
She has no idea about IT, but
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. She was given a silver box with a red light on it to protect.
Oh gosh. That's
And Alondor,
when she got down there, they were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
yep,
nice.
they were playing with little action figures. Alondor just came back inside from a spacewalk, checking all of the vents, the exterior vents on the outside of the ship, with a very fast-talking, high-strung female engineer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm-
okay with that? You good with that switch?
Yeah, I'm
Along
good.
the-
I'm learning
Okay.
a lot of new words.
Okay.
Yeah, and all right, and now we're on to you, Mills. Your guy will lead you down to the medical wing.
Mm.
And have you been there yet? I know Cade and Alondor
believe
went.
so.
Yeah, I
He
don't.
went
I
there.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think you went down. So you get down to the med bay, and the doors open, and it's this very sterile looking environment. All of the surfaces are this low lit white. It's like there's light behind everything. Everything's just white in here. These individual sectioned off glassed in rooms span this large area, and you see people walking around. Some other crew members are on these like large metallic benches being checked out with these metallic arms that are waving over them with light coming out of them. And you see a couple other people walking around with these like light boards, just taking what looks like notes.
I have my. Is it a jumpsuit or is it 2-piece?
It's two-piece. It's a shirt
Okay.
and shirt and pants. Yeah, but when you put it on, everything connects.
Gotcha. I would have walked in with my my shirt tied around my waist and just my dirty tank on, like, oh, something real quick.
Nice. Yeah, and you see this guy standing over taking notes, and he turns to you. It's this dark-skinned human, and turns to you and says, "You must be joining us."
That is what they tell me. This is where they led me. So, this is
Do you
the-
have a medical
this is
background?
the service industry, right?
Yeah, service. Yeah, we do some service.
Okay, all right. I'm just Josh. Yeah, the medical. I know some natural healing spells. So
Right, yeah. Most of you are, most people from that planet, you guys do seem to use a lot of magic down there.
yeah,
Yeah, we're more of a scientific community, but
hey, from
Hey.
what I've seen, science kind of is the same thing as magic. It's just you kind of know why it works the way it does.
yep, observing your planet, we've come to agree upon that. That is very accurate.
Seems like we've tapped into the vein and just kind of know how to manipulate it, but not how or why it works the way it does.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's the range of your abilities?
Well, let's see what I packed for the day. My biggest thing that I got today is something called Heroes Feast. You guys know that? Yeah,
What
know that
is?
spell.
No, never.
It's a
never heard of it.
magical feast that bolsters your allies, gives them extra oomph, and it makes them harder to control their minds. And yeah,
All right. That's interesting. Kind of looks
What's
around
up?
at everybody working.
yeah. I mean, I can whip something up for everybody if you got I mean, it kind of looks very sterile in here. I don't want to.
Right. Maybe in Medbay 1 over there. It's pretty
All right,
empty.
sure. Yeah.
Kind of turns
go
to everybody
in.
and says, "Hey, new guy's bringing a buffet." And you see one of the doctors that's working on someone turn around and say, "Well, it's about damn time we get some respect around here."
I will go in there and I will make the most like druidic meal. It's just like
Just
meats,
nuts
of
and
course.
berries.
No, there's
fish
like
and
yeah, there's
pescatarian.
like yeah, just everything is like living off the land kind of stuff. With like big hunks of meat and like game from where we are, and different flora that we eat down there, and yeah.
Yeah. Medbay seems pretty slow right now. There's only one person that was getting looked at whenever you came in. So after you conjure this up, you get some pretty impressed looks. But then everyone there's about 10 people in here working. Everyone comes in to this medbay and they pull in some rolling chairs and they sit down and they're like, "Oh, it's good to take a load off every once in a while." And small conversations start breaking out amongst them. It's almost like a out of game, like an office break environment. Yeah.
All right. Everybody gets 9 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
No, their hit point maximum increases by 9, and they get that amount of hit points.
Okay, cool.
And then saving throws, wisdom at advantage, and then they're immune to poison and being frightened. And they're cured of all diseases and poison.
Oh, nice.
So if anybody has like gout or something, I don't know.
Yeah, you do actually see one of them, their skin, they have like little red blotches on certain places of their skin that kind of clears up. And he goes, "Hey, Frank, your alopecia's gone."
Holy
And
shit.
they just start having conversations, and the guy that introduced you or talked to you first basically is this guy, whoever posted that in there, Jordan. He looks just like him. He comes over to you and
Nice.
goes, "So you're down from the planet. I heard that we were taking on board some people from your land, but where are we going?"
I'm just as lost as you on it. I joined these folks probably approximately 11 days ago.
Wow.
And
Pretty
I
trusting.
met them on the road to get some booze. They said, "Hey, this town is destroyed. Follow us. We'll take you to other booze." They spent the night at my house, and then we went towards the other booze, and then one of them summoned a giant pyramid, and that started to suck the forest dry, turned it to a desert. Then we shifted to a desert that was turned into a forest. Then we traversed the desert for a few days, fought some giants, and now we're here.
He kind of looks dumbfounded. For as intellectual as this person looks, you have stumped him for a moment.
Sorry, friend, I did not catch your name.
Oh, God, I'm doing terrible with names today. What is his name?
Babs.
Babs. Yeah,
Babs.
name's Babs.
Babs. It was a wild time. If you guys ever want a party, I got a place we can go.
Well,
It's a pocket plane.
kind of left
me.
my party days behind me after the
Okay,
war, so.
alright. Well, if you ever feel like revisiting, I got a place we can go. Don't even have to leave the ship, but we will leave the ship.
More of that magic, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'd just like to know what my crew is getting into.
I understand. Okay,
gotta-
here's what I know. We are going to meet a guy who went to see an old friend. I think the guy's name is Deckard. And the old friend, I believe, is a queen.
Mhm.
Yes? Yes. Right.
And
let's see.
we're having to
Progress.
travel through the sea to get there. I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just as confused as you are on that one because when he mentioned she was like far away, I thought like, oh, like on the other side of the world. Apparently not. We met your captain. He brought us up here, and we're like, okay, 7 days through the base.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just.
not thrilled about it because, as you can see, I'm more of the nature type, and not really a lot of nature up here. So, kind of a fish out of water.
Yeah, I'm just confused on why our mission changed. Our original one was to observe and report on this planet, but now,
Our planet?
yes, the one that we picked, you guys up from.
What do you guys call our planet?
Um, uh, we call it EA434.
You... Oh, okay. Um, hmm. What do you, who do you guys work for?
Oh, the Federation, of course.
Federation, of course. And so y'all were tasked. I assume. Well, I don't want to assume anything. I don't know anything about the space mumbo jumbo, but are you like a part of like a force that goes out and observes different places?
Mainly an exploration and exploratory vessel, yes.
And you don't ever do like favors for people?
You know, that was having me very confused because usually we do not.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a.
So whoever called this in has some high influence with our command.
So it wouldn't even have been Krellick's call.
Oh no, definitely not.
Interesting. Does the name Deckard mean anything to you?
I can't say that it does, no.
Well, that's the fella we're going to see. Um,
Is this the one that brokered your passage on our vessel?
yeah, he told us to travel to the Giant's land and meet Krellick.
He must be a very influential person then.
From what I can tell, I've only met the fella one time.
Hmm.
He brought us to the desert.
Well, you ever been off your planet before?
Well, yes.
What's about in the astral sea?
No.
It's a wild place, but
Yes.
we've traveled across it many times.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. I've plane hopped a few times, but never traveled astral sea portal. I've heard about the astral sea and jumping portals and stuff, but I've never experienced it myself.
Yep, well, I'm hoping for a safe journey, but we are staffed to the brim on this ship, so if anything does happen, well, we should be able to take care of it.
Well, all right. Well, listen, if something does happen and we can't take care of it, you come find me. I'll get you out of here. I got room for 2 more.
Hmm.
So
Good to
And-
know.
3 more if you want to kick out a dog, which I think you might have to fight a vampire for that, but
Did you say a vampire?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
that was the fella that came in earlier with the weird chart reading. That explains a lot.
Oh, you
Thought
didn't
that was
know?
just I thought that was just fiction.
He's walking around here searching for blood. I just assume everybody kind of guessed.
Yep, putting 2 and 2 together. Equals vampire. All right,
Yeah, don't worry. He's also a werewolf, so.
great. What the fuck is Krellick doing?
Okay, I got another spell. It's probably one. It's not great to cast on here. I got it. It's a reverse gravity spell. What do you think that do to a ship like this?
Well, I don't know. Seeing how as we currently have our gravity turned on, maybe it would turn it off.
All right, good to know. Because I can just be like, hey, everybody, mag up and then turn the gravity off. If a threat should enter the
Good to know. Good to
the
know.
med bay here, that's a move we can make, I
Yeah.
guess.
He kind of laughs with you, and you get the sense that this guy, he's seen some stuff. He mentioned a war earlier.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he may have fought in it or been a medic in it. You don't know. But in his eyes, you see that he's not worried.
Yeah, that weathered look.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a war. Was that
Mm.
like a space war or a land war?
Well,
You
fought
war?
across several planets. Yes.
Oh wow. What do you call that when you have a war across multiple planets?
Well, they were calling it a conquest, and
Oh,
we were
the
sent
opposing
to-
force.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a bit of an uprising, AI, and we had to quell it.
Now what is AI?
Oh, sorry. Artificial intelligence.
Like a
Machines.
war
Come to-
forge kinda.
I do believe that is what you call it, yes. They definitely seem to be forged for war.
Oh. Oh yeah, those ash. Oh, I don't know that. Sorry, I don't know that. Ah, okay. So you had to fight machines.
Yeah. It was tough. Lost
I
many
bet.
good friends.
Well, sorry for your loss.
Well, I mean, we're here now and on the greatest research vessel in the fleet, so I guess I can't ask for anything better.
Running errands for an unknown entity.
Right. It's fishy.
Yeah.
ask me.
Now you say that you're not like a. How's the feeling on the ship about that?
You know, we've never had guests.
Really?
Yeah, from outside the Federation, we tend to.
You never picked up any extra planetary people from the places you're observing?
No.
Yeah, this would be a huge shock to your all system, I suppose. And now we all have these fancy suits walking around like we're one of you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to impose. I'll take the thing off if you want me to.
Yeah, usually you only get to see us if you're part of the Federation.
Right. Some sort of specialized training, I assume.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm sorry if I seem a bit confused, but I honestly don't know why you're here.
Do I know what kind of creature that Deckard is? I know, like I know, but does Mills know? Can't
Has
remember if we
has
talked
the
about it.
party told Mills?
I feel like we have. I feel
I
like
believe we did in the Grove.
He
area.
meant he meant Mills. He meant Mills.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and we
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
he
talked
didn't.
saying,
I don't know if we said
Oh.
what he was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
not
feel like,
easily
I feel
to
like
determine.
Terwin. I feel like
I
Terwin
think I
said
did.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
he's like-
he's mentioned it. Yeah.
yeah, because it's related to why he's going back in time, so we have to like.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we definitely.
I'm sure at one point it was mentioned
Brought it up.
mentioned what he is, yeah.
Babs, let me ask you, do you know anything about the Lachey people?
Actually I do. Yes. Very old creatures. Some say they control the universe.
That could be the answer, because Senor Deckard is a Lachey person, a person of Lachey descent. I
No
don't know how you say it.
shit.
Y'all ain't here. Y'all let me go.
Well,
Mom.
that might answer a
reign,
few
baby.
questions. There's a Lachey that sits on the Federation Council.
Oh, okay.
Wonder who
Is
that
his
could
name
be.
Nick by any chance?
Hmm?
Is his name Nick by any chance?
It is not. No.
Oh, not
Nick?
Nick Lachey. Okay.
Oh my god.
You bastard.
So there's a Lachey person on the Federation.
No, it's
Council.
Commander Thalos.
Oh,
Quite
okay.
quite a revered leader.
Oh, really? He's like one of the higher up guys.
He is.
So maybe this Deckard fella.
Maybe
called
they
him
know
a
each other.
favor. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to assume. You don't want to assume all.
I
types of
don't.
People
I'd
know
never
each other,
assume.
But it's kind of.
I
They're kind of a rare people.
Mm-hmm. I heard well, from stories, their entire race was wiped out and left to, well, fend for themselves, but it's more in the sense that they were erased from history, if I read the texts right.
And why was that?
Best guess.
Not too big for their britches?
Somebody else wanted them gone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted
Yeah.
themselves gone.
Can't be really the rulers of the universe without.
Maybe it's
somebody
best to
coming
rule from the
throne.
shadows.
Oh, yeah, well, this Deckard fella seems keen on. I mean, this might make sense to you. I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, now I'm on a ship flying through space, so it might make more sense to me. This Deckard fella keeps talking. All these guys that I'm with, they keep talking about time travel. Is that a
Mhm.
possibility in your world?
Oh, we haven't cracked that yet. No. Closest thing we get to time travel is through the void of space. Time is a bit different because I can leave one planet 30 days for me, come back for it to that same planet 30 days later, and a couple hundred years have passed.
It's kind of like the Fey realm in our, where it's like a mirror plane to us. Like time works funky when you travel through those portals. You have to you either got to be willing to gamble or you got to know how to control it.
Exactly. And we've gotten pretty good at space charting, so we know about what time frame we have to get to places to make everything copacetic.
What about? I'm trying to remember. I wasn't there when y'all met the other Deckard. Mills was not.
Mills wasn't.
That was Harley.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I know about the other Deckard? Mills know about it.
They mentioned.
We
I know
mentioned Evil Deckard.
they mentioned Evil Decker once.
But I know that he's like a traveler from the future, or what we think is a traveler from the future. That's something that we talked about.
Yeah, they talk about time travel and how they think Evil Deckard is probably just Deckard from the future
different time period.
or the past. They y'all don't really know.
Yeah,
So-
we don't really. So, based on what these guys tell me, this Deckard fella has already cracked the code and come back and attacked them, and the OG Deckard in his past, but now they're present. Does that make sense to you? What I said?
I
It doesn't make
believe
sense in my brain.
I believe I'm tracking. You guys are chasing the future of a friend that has you on this ship.
From what I heard, the feller came back, froze the present Deckard in place, and attacked. Or didn't attack? I can't remember. Well, yeah. And then, like, disappeared. And now, so we're going to meet the present guy.
Time is a fickly thing.
Indeed. So yeah, that's our story. I mean, really weird that we're your first guest, and that guests aren't usually a thing, and that this ship is not meant to do what we're doing, and then we're doing it. And Jay on the council, and
He's gonna make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Natural 20. This dude's smart. If I had to make my best guess, I'd say this might be some sort of recruitment. Testing out off-worlders into the Federation.
okay. And the Federation, is that's something that exists? Is that a planet or like?
Well, to the extent also that's probably what your friend Deckard sold it as to the commander.
Right. So,
But to what end? What does
so he enlisted
gain?
us into service.
What does he gain? That's what I'm having trouble with.
Access
Why would
to the
he? Why
ship,
would he agree?
the council person?
Yeah. Because we have a system and an order, and this, by all means, breaks it.
Well, if I remember correctly, I think Decker's goal is to go back and establish the greatness of the Lachey people. You think that's something that would interest this council person?
Maybe. I don't know. He has a pretty high standing in current society. I don't know why he would want to change that unless he had a better one back then. changing, he did roll a natural 20. If
Mhm.
changing the history so that the Lachey are not forgotten and they're placed back into society, into civilization as the ruling force of the universe, I don't know what that looks like.
Does the Federation even exist in a Lachey run universe?
That was my thinking. Maybe he said yes for his own means of gains of power.
Maybe he wants to go from council person to ruler of all or something.
Or at
Universal
least
Lord.
you say that Deckard is going to meet a queen.
That's what they tell me. The Forgotten Queen, maybe.
Maybe he wants to be commander of their legion, whatever that looks like.
You know, I don't know. All this is out of my depth, but
Highly irregular.
yeah, well, irregular for us for sure because we're, you know, we're just a couple Joes.
Well, you don't look like Joes. We've done scans of all of you and very high intelligence and magical ability across the board, I must say.
I don't know about intelligence, but yeah.
Yeah, there are a few of you that are being kept close to the chest.
Oh, spill the
Yeah.
tea. Which ones?
Oh, that red feller has been specifically placed under Krellick's view.
That
so-
makes so much more sense. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I was thinking that too. It's like if a random guy can smack him around like that, what can Krellick pull out of his fucking pockets, you know?
I knew it was too good to be true that he got that fucking place.
Well, lots of stuff to think about.
I'd like to meet this Deckard, if at all possible.
So would we.
Yeah, I would say we're. I've only met him the one time, and it was a very brief meeting.
Got some questions.
Yeah, I think you'd be well served to talk to some of my other party members. They'll be more. They've had more dealings with him than I have. They might be tighter lipped, more aligned with him. But like I said, I've met the guy one time. I got no reason to keep his secrets.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to rock the ship or anything. I mean, I've got a great job with a great crew, but if that all goes away, I don't know what that means for me.
Right. And like you said, I mean, this is highly against protocol that
And,
we're even here. And then
that
I mean,
leads-
that right there threatens your livelihood.
Yeah, and if the councilman okayed this, it just makes me weary of leading to another war.
Yep.
And I did
Yeah.
things that I'd never want to do again.
Been there.
Well, this was a good meal. Yeah,
Yeah, let's get to work.
we'll get you set up over here, Med Bay 2, show the ropes
Yeah.
of some of our scientific abilities, and maybe
Ooh,
show
I
us some
can,
of your magic.
Yeah,
you know?
I can show you some of my healing words and my curing touches that I have.
Yeah, and so The rest of the medical staff finishes up eating and goes back to their individual tasks of what they were doing, and he takes you over to the other med bay and starts showing you some of their different devices, some of their injectors that do different things, and shows you how to scan somebody for issues, and he shows you these different vials that you put into the injectors. Some give you health, some give you like an adrenaline boost, some give you a influx of mana, magical abilities, all things that you can be injected with to help for a certain amount of time.
So these are like injectable potions. We have stuff like this. This seems like more streamlined,
I
perhaps
guess you
more
could call it a potion.
potent. Yeah. Definitely more efficient than having to chug something real quick and keep acting in the same turn.
Yeah. I guess you could call them potions. These are just some things that we've come up with to help us along our way, and if we do get encounters in the sea. So
Ooh.
yep, and he'll finish showing you some stuff, and unless you want to keep going, I think that's where we're gonna end tonight.
I can make people sick. That's where
That's the opposite.
Opposite.
Okay.
I can bring back somebody from the dead. Y'all got a potion for that? I just need 300 gold pieces worth of diamond.
Yeah, he showed you a stasis potion, or potion
cool.
injector. So
Spare the dying in a potion.
yeah, it basically brings someone back to 1 hit point.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You got
Grace?
diamonds in there? Is there diamonds in there?
You look at the vial and it looks like Goldschlager, but diamond.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's going inside somebody? That don't look so good.
We're,
In your veins.
what do you think happens with Revivify? You got CPR with diamonds. Just press the diamond.
Press the diamond into their chest. You will become one with the diamond.
Grace
My
found some
God.
sticks in the room that she was cleaning, and so she decides to just start making some
Start
music in
playing
her
some
office
Nice.
and bothering.
You don't have your
you know.
coconuts? You could have just.
Listen, this skin tight suit thing, just there wasn't enough room to pack everything, so I will know to bring them for the next day of work, but wasn't really, where I was
Right.
going to be.
Roy,
I'm
she's
waiting-
hitting things.
I'm waiting for Richmond.
She's hitting things, Roy. She's hitting things.
Oh my god.
I mean, we already have our own vampire, so he just needs to go in
Yeah,
the
right.
closet.
What?
Thor hasn't seen IT
I
Crowd.
haven't seen
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good.
So-
It's very short. It's very easy binge. It's like
It's
Yeah.
got Matt
3
Berry in it,
series.
so I know I'm gonna love it.
I'm
so.
binging
Yeah.
it tonight because I just
Was-
want to watch it again.
Was
yeah,
anybody,
it's like
was
3
anybody
series for
recording
like
this
4
section?
episodes.
All right, yeah, Austin, you should go back and watch the introduction of Grace's.
It was so
Alright.
fucking good. It was hilarious. We were
Also,
dying.
it's like episode 1 of IT Crowd.
Nice.
Essentially.
Yeah, I need to see Cade in the IT department.
He might come looking for
Yeah.
Grace
Go
next
down
next
the-
session. Yeah.
And I'll just
Looking
see my
just
lit up
like
door.
that.
What is
Yeah,
it? Who is
I
that?
packed the contagion spell, so
Oh, nice.
that's all I was like, I could make
Oh
people
yeah.
have
So
disease.
outside on the ship, when he was doing his walk, I mean, you don't know this until he tells you, but Alondor did have to torch some stuff off the ship, off of one of the exhaust ports.
Pink stuff.
Pink goo. Slime.
Do we have to roll any encounters today?
No,
Not today.
no.
Okay.
This was just getting to the gate. The just before you got in, Krellick came over the intercom and said, "We've arrived. Batten down the hatches. We're about to enter." So.
Oh,
And we all
God.
replied to the air, thinking he was talking to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I was gonna ask. Do we have any means of like communication? Do we have the
We-
tattoos right now?
Y'all,
Yeah,
We've
the
been
tattoos work
talking
now.
to each other
Yeah,
in our heads about the jobs that we've been given.
Yeah.
we were trying to figure out what our shifts are, and
Mhm.
You're talking
I
about
think-
all the shit we're going through.
I think I'll just say I fed these guys some nature stuff and got some interesting intel about
Intel?
about what's going on.
With what part? There's so many things going on.
there's so many things.
All right,
I-
gotta
I
get back to
don't-
work. Hold on.
He's dying over here.
Next
No.
time in space.
Oh,
Blood
man.
spurting
That is
out.
some interesting stuff.
Oh god.
I just think it's so cool D&D characters meeting Star Trek.
Yeah.
Basically Star
Yeah,
Trek.
yeah.
And I
Oh
like
my
how
God.
you've incorporated it that like this is a Star Trek fleet
Yeah.
and how they encounter another world. It's like I don't know if you guys have ever watched Star Trek or not, but their
Yeah.
whole job is to like make sure worlds are not like dying, but they can't interact with them to help them survive.
They just
sort of thing.
observe.
They observe, they report information, and one of the things in Star Trek is if they do get seen by the world, it like breaks their number one rule
Yeah.
of
Mm.
like no contact
No
contact
Mhm.
with yeah.
Even
that's
though
cool.
like every other episode is like them going down to another
Yeah,
place.
exactly. I was
Pretty
gonna
much.
say, like, every
Breaking
other
all the
episode
rules.
is them breaking that rule.
Yeah.
It's just like Doctor Who. He's
Oh, yeah, for
not
sure.
supposed to get involved, but he always gets involved.
always
does.
gets
He
involved.
wouldn't have a show
Yep.
if he didn't get involved.
Oh, but
Mhm.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
they're not
I
allowed
love
to
it.
like interact with the world until that world
Got
discovers
sunburned.
star travel. Oh, nice!
Oh.
Like the guy's head.
Damn.
Jeez.
Oh, is it gonna
Yeah.
turn to a tan or no?
Probably.
Is that how you work?
It was worse. It was worse yesterday.
Ooh.
We were in right field, and the sun was just on.
Oh,
our
yeah.
face. But Lindsay had her hair down, and Avery had his hair down. So
oh, good.
You were the
Did they
lone
play
wolf.
just
Today?
me. Yeah. They're playing right now.
It would have been cool if they played during the eclipse.
That would have been
Yeah,
interesting.
Dude,
Saw a little
I
bit
didn't
of
get to
it.
see it. We were on the road when it happened, so like,
You didn't
so
miss
it's fine.
anything. You can't really
I
see it.
didn't see it
Wasn't too
either. It was
drastic.
cloudy here,
Yeah.
and
We're too far east.
No, it was.
That's what I
it was
figured.
I saw it.
I saw the partial.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 85%.
Yeah.
some people could see the shadows, but my apartment complex.
When I
couldn't.
put
It
up
was sad.
my camera, I could see like the portion of the sun that was showing
Mhm.
kept like going all around the screen, like because the lens
Yeah.
flare and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was
at
pretty cool.
304, it was 85%. for
Yep.
us.
If you were in Kerrville, Texas, that was where it was a hundo, and they were
Oh,
doing like a
prime
big
spot.
festival, and they did a masked wedding. Like a bunch of fucking couples got married there
It's wild.
at
Wow.
the
Wow.
eclipse.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like,
Welcome.
What happened a few years ago? Did I miss like what happened like in 2017? Right?
It was a lunar
I
I didn't
eclipse.
even hear about it.
It's a lunar.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
lunar eclipse.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Somebody was like, "What?" Okay, lunar,
The next-
solar. Got it.
The next total,
this was a total.
solar will be 2044.
Okay.
It was a total over America, which was like the big deal.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining the difference. I just kept seeing like old newspapers said the next one was 2024. I'm like, didn't one happen?
I just see this like druid draped in black, like when the sun hits and they start the wedding. Welcome to darkness.
Oh my god. Heralded
Oh, yeah,
ceremonies.
Alondor, when you were outside walking on the ship and you were looking around into the void of space, that's all you saw was the void of space. You didn't see your planet that you just came from. You didn't see the moon. You didn't see anything.
Yeah, it was dark.
And then coming
Hmm.
up on you guys is this giant, what looks like metal ring gate, almost the size of a planet. On the inside of it is clouds of purple and pink floating around. On the outside, it's just the void of space.
Ready for the Gith Yankee.
Yeah. It's oh my god.
With
Oh,
that Stargate.
we're
in
gonna
here.
see get
I was just gonna say.
Sarai in here. Shit. Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. Insane. Is
Hmm?
the Astral Sea is a different plane, right? From the material?
Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
It's like a
Okay.
yeah, it's like an intermediary space because it's like made up. It's like the space, but then there's like portals within it. Like I don't know. It's
You move through it by willing yourself to move
yeah,
through
yeah,
it.
high intelligence.
It's like being in space, but you can breathe.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I've never played it in anything but Baldur's Gate, so I know it's gonna be totally fucking different.
Well, you're about to learn today. No.
Can't wait.
Not
Well,
It's
today.
all
Next
about
week.
interpretation
Next
as well.
episode.
Next episode. Yeah, I cannot wait.
Dude, honestly, I could have spent this entire time doing that IT introduction.
Yeah, that shit was amazing. It was so fucking funny. I was like, I know we have other people to get to, but I want this to happen
I was
forever.
laughing so hard.
Yeah, it was so good.
IT crowd campaign win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love
Oh
how
my
like
God.
when you described them, they were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Playing,
Yep.
You're playing Dungeons and
Moss
Dragons.
was
whenever she
casting a
walked in.
magic missile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Grace is like, I've seen that before. What's that? What are y'all doing? What's the magic missile for? I can do that in real life. Well,
Not magic missile, but
oh wait, well, Eldritch Blast is
Yeah.
similar.
Mm.
Not, it's magic. I'm sure they don't know how
Yeah.
to. Well, we haven't really seen anyone use magic on the ship, so
yeah, not
I
really.
don't
No.
think they. I think they think it's a lesser form of science, so I doubt
Probably.
they'll use it.
Probably.
Primitive, as
That's
if
fair.
you will.
That's fair.
And
Mhm.
yet they're playing the game of it.
Yeah, little fourth wall breaking. This is all a game to them type situation.
Yep.
Alright,
until next
Deckard's
week.
Revelation is killing
Yeah.
my brain.
Yeah, yeah. He rolled a natural 20, so he kind of gave y'all some pretty good information there, I will say.
Like it was like perfect because Mills doesn't have any relationship to Deckard, so he doesn't
Yeah.
care about telling the secrets.
Nope. Told all the secrets.
But also it doesn't. He does not the most knowledgeable about the situation, so it's like you can only get so much information.
Yeah.
And it also gives like an air of like, because we don't know shit about the Federation either. We don't know
No.
if they're even good guys.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't know
right.
if like Deckard's like it's being presented. I mean, it's been presented from the beginning that Deckard could be BBEG, but at the same time, there's so many twists, and who
Mhm.
knows which is going to be a better
Stop giving him
Shay
ideas.
versus Federation.
So
He
you
already
realize-
has the whole
Hmm.
fucking story planned out. You think he
Hmm.
doesn't? He knows what's gonna happen. We don't. We can only speculate.
I sure
be-
hope
I-
Mills shares what he learns with us.
I can
hope.
Oh,
only,
yeah, he will.
I can
Yeah,
only
for sure.
do what happens off of what you guys do. So,
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
but
true.
I
He
know
will, he
all
will
the
for sure.
I know all the avenues for sure.
'Cause I think he's just curious enough to be like, hey, look, guys, this is what I told him. This is what he told me, and like, if y'all want to find out more information about what we're getting into, this might be the guy to talk to because he's questioning why they are involved with this. So.
Yeah, and
That's right.
Mills even knows like our relationship with Deckard is pretty rocky too. We don't
Yeah.
necessarily trust him,
Mhm.
nor do we know much about him. So it's like we can get intel. Hey,
And
I'm
plus the
fucking
fact
down.
that it wasn't Krellick's call.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of huge because I think that's
Mhm.
what our assumption was, is that
Yeah.
Krellick was doing a favor for Deckard, and
Or
now,
he
like,
made the
Yeah.
deal with him for
Yeah.
yeah,
whatever.
now it's coming from like higher up
Yeah.
from him, so it's like
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Deckard,
Lachey counselor,
yeah, a little
Or,
more
um,
interesting.
Krellick is just a
lackey.
taxi service.
A glorified, super expensive,
he's a task-
militarily
he's a
motivated
task rabbit.
tax- Oh my god. Ugh, this is so good. Army.
Oh yeah, and Alondor's introduction to his engineer. You go back
Oh,
and
yeah.
watch that too.
That was good.
Yeah,
I
I'll
love
watch it.
Jenny. I love Jenny. I love
Jenny might be related to Naomi somewhere.
her. Yeah. Put the two coffee addicts in a room together.
An alternate reality.
Yep.
Alternative. Yeah. Oh god. It was a fun episode.
It was.
Can't wait to see what Krellick is gonna have Nyx doing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
wait.
yeah, yeah.
I cannot fucking wait. This is gonna be fucking amazing. That shit's gonna be so funny. Alright.
All right. Peace
Good
out,
night,
guys.
y'all.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for running
Good
the
night, everybody.
session.
Yep.
Bye.
Yeah.